Boom, boom. Uh-oh, Joe Shelby got a podcast. So, I'm still blowing off a little steam from last week. Yeah. And in case you aren't aware of what happened, well, let me fill you in. I'm not really sure how to say this, but I got my first dislike here on YouTube. 11 videos I've put up. All instant classics. I've dressed up as a woman. I've spoken Mandarin. I've also completely humiliated the wine industry, McDonald's, and big toilet paper. 11 videos. 161 minutes of pure gold. 56 likes in total. It's not bad. Especially considering the most views I've ever had in a single video is only 71. Things are going pretty good, I'd say. Especially considering that I'm not really good at marketing and promoting myself. But now I have a dislike. And do you know what that's like? Do you have any idea what that's like, having a dislike? No, you don't, do you? Well, let me tell you what it's like. It sucks. It sucks two asses at the same time, and I'm talking about them fat, stinky kind too. It's like, what didn't you like? I talked about owls, families, and comfort. That's good, wholesome fun for everyone. Is it because I'm white and talked about slavery? Or perhaps it's because I said the R word. But I guess I'll never know because they didn't leave any feedback, which would have been nice. You know, a little constructive criticism or at the very least, a reason for the thumbs down button. I'll be honest here, I don't know that I've ever given one myself, and I've watched some bad, stupid, pointless trash can bullshit on here, and still, I've never had the audacity to click the thumbs down button. So, in my head, that means that my last video was so awful and terrible and downright disturbing, it deserved an irreversible, silent thumbs down. God damn. This is my only joy in life. And you're gonna thumbs down me? You could have just left, given me an Irish goodbye and got on with our lives. But no, you had to hit the thumbs down button on me. Maybe it was my outfit, or my voice, or my delivery. Or maybe it was my vibe. I've been trying to work on my vibe lately, getting all chi and shit, bro. So please tell me it wasn't my vibe, bro. Please tell me something. I'm starting to get fatherless child syndrome over here. And really, it is my fault. It's all my fault. I did something shameful enough to deserve a thumbs down. There's nothing I can do to flip it right side up. I mean, unless I flip my screen upside down, but then all 56 likes I had would now be thumbs downs. Fuck. Double fuck. What does this mean? Maybe it was an ex or something. Or maybe it was someone I've never met, perhaps. Or maybe it's someone I know, and they have a secret vendetta against me. That's definitely what it is. Could be anyone, really. Hell, it could be AI. After all, I did go after them pretty hard in a previous episode titled, AI Killed My Dad. So maybe it's revenge for that. Maybe it's China. Like this is payback for your poor pronunciation of our ancient language. Ooh. Maybe it's Israel. Maybe Israel is behind this. After all, I did once have sex in a Jewish cemetery. Probably caught me on camera and finally tracked me down. This is just great. As you can see, I'm dealing with a lot here. There's a lot on my plate, and I've got a lot of plates. I'm actually at a potluck right now. But I'm just so worked up about this whole thumbs down thing, I had to get this off my chest. And I wish I could say that this fixed it, but I'll be straight up with you. It didn't help at all. Just please tell me what I did. Just tell me what I did. I won't do it again. I won't do it again. I just can't go on living without an explanation. Please. 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 So, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And look, I know it's probably not my place to say, but I do think we should call them midgets and not small person. And if you're one of those types of people who is saying them, who is them? Well, to that I say, please, don't insult the trans community. Because them is them. They is them. Them is they. They is they. But we're not talking about thems and theys. We're talking about midgets, small people. What some people have called dwarves, munchkins, shrunken people, halfies. Whatever it is, knock it off. Those terms are offensive, and obviously so. Like Munchkin, for instance. Those are Wizard of Oz characters. Get your facts straight. Dwarf. No. Sounds too mythical. It's up there with Centaur or Chewbacca or something. Shrunken people. Well, that's offensive because we know it's not true. Same with halfies. I think even saying small people is offensive. Like if someone saw my dick and they were like, damn, that's a small dick. I'd be like, ouch. But if someone saw my dick and said, midget dick, thanks, but no thanks. Well, I'd be like, yeah, it's a condition. It's not a small dick. It's a condition, baby. I think saying small people it's just too easy, you know? Like we have to put the word people in there to remind people that these are actual people. They're not from the Lollipop Guild or from Lord of the Rings. They're actual human beings. I mean, you can do that if you want, but saying it sort of makes you sound like one of those self-righteous pricks, you know? Like small people. That's right. They're people. They're just smaller than most, but they're still people, okay? People. I never said they weren't. But I also don't say woman person or man guy or any kind of stupid shit like that. No. I say midget. It. Midget. That's just what I say. That's what I've always said. It's what I always will say. Why? Because I identify as one of those guys who says midget. I also identify as a person who doesn't say small person. I also identify as a guy who, listen guys, I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, hang on, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I think I must have started identifying as Martin Luther King Jr. again or something. Doctor, by the way. You got to say that part. It's like the small person thing. This guy isn't just a person, he's also a doctor. Whatever happened to that guy anyway? Oh yeah. He was assassinated by the government. Or so they say. I know what you're thinking. Who is they? Well, they is this trans person I met at Costco. They were like, hey, I'm they. Did you know the government killed MLK? And I said, no, I did not know that. Did you know that the bean dip is back in stock? And they was like, no, I didn't know that. Did you know there's a midget stuck in the cooler? And then of course we went over to look at it. Not it, I mean the situation. And everyone was just filming this midget confined in this cooler. I don't know what ended up happening because I left after like 15 minutes. I mean, I got shit to do too, you know? It's not like I can just stand around and watch comedy ensue all day. Anyway, I guess what I'm supposed to say something, you know, put a bow on this whole thing, you know, just tie it up. But I'm not, because I truly believe this is perhaps the most sense I've ever made. In fact, I'll take it one step further. I think this is the most sense anyone has ever made. Yeah, I should get some kind of prize or something, some kind of higher intelligence award or something, like a Grammy or a Pulitzer Prize or the Nobel Peace Prize. I don't know, something, some kind of award, some kind of accolade for making so much damn sense. And the best part is, It's all free. You're welcome. You're very welcome. It's the least I could do. Also, really quick, when I hear small person, I envision a person who is small. Chicks under 5 feet, dudes under 5'4", oftentimes very skinny. That, in my opinion, is a small person. A midget, on the other hand, that's a lifestyle. And you don't just get to be a midget. It's not that easy. It's like the mafia. You basically have to be born into it. That's why I think that is a word we need to protect and preserve. If you're not a midget, don't say you're a midget. That's stolen valor. Also, if you're not a midget, that makes you either a small person, or a tall person. Well, I'm glad that's settled. Don't forget, Joe Shelby, 2028. Uh-oh. Well, this just in. Breaking news. I'm talking big shit right here, folks. Groundbreaking. Earth-shattering. I just found out. Wait, are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. So I just got word that we're not actually supposed to be double spacing anymore. What? What the hell? What the helly? What the hell are you trying to tell me? That should be a national alert, like when COVID happened. That should be all over the news. I remember back in 2018 when Trump Daddy sent out a text message to everyone in the country saying something like, "This is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System." Did I miss that one? The one about double spacing? How come no one told me that? I've been looking like a fucking idiot for 10 years now. No wonder I can't get a job. I'm basically using hieroglyphics on my resume. Here's a good question. How did that work? You know, like when we switched from drawings to words. Like back in the day, some people weren't as artistic as others or whatever. They were more so autistic or something. They were trying to draw a deer, but they were looking more like centaurs, and everyone started freaking out like, holy shit, we got a problem here. People are mating with doe, and now the deer are carrying swords. It didn't stop there. The terrible drawings kept happening. Some guy tried to draw a pelican eating a fish, and it somehow ended up looking like a fire-breathing dragon. So then people were terrified of these humongous, flying, fire-spewing creatures that never stopped leaving their houses. Instead, they spent days building cannons, only to find out these things don't actually exist. Anyway, that was around the time when people started realizing that not everyone is as artistic as the other. And in fact, some people are actually handicapped. I'm talking mentally challenged. Not because they couldn't draw, but because they truly believed in fire-breathing dragons. Well, both actually. So then someone was like, you know what we need to do? We need to invent a language so that we can communicate properly and so that this never happens again. So then they just started making sounds and pairing them with drawings. Stuff like, and, man, whoa, man, whoa, man. And of course, dog, dog, woof. Stuff like that. Then of course it became too complicated with words like rhombus and Thomas. Like, what the hell are those H's doing in there? And why is it called a rhombus anyway? It's not remotely round. It's a square about to fall down. It should be called a wobbly square, if anything. And Thomas, well, don't even get me started on Thomas. Fuck you, Thomas. All of you. Why? Because your name is Thomas. It's like, Jesus Christ, calm down, bro. Just call yourself Tom. So now here we are, ions away from carving drawings into rocks. Instead, we're tweeting nonsense all day, allowing AI to draw for us and sending emojis to grandmas who have no idea what the hell we're even talking about. Meanwhile, here I am still double spacing like an absolute buffoon, a baffled baboon, a nincompoop with extra cum and extra poop. And I'm not trying to sound like a victim here, folks, but also, yes, I am. Why me? Why the helly? Why the helly didn't anyone tell me? It should be written on my keyboard or something. I can't know everything. That would be ridiculous to assume. And they say, don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming. But they're making an ass out of me for not fucking telling me. This is probably my greatest downfall. 40 years of my life down the drain. Because somebody decided to eliminate a space. And they didn't even have the courage to tell me. Absolutely despicable. An absolute travesty. This is my 9/11, and I may never recover.